how would it feel if you had a YouTube ads cheat sheet? In this video, I'm gonna give you all the best practices, uncovering the best bidding strategies you can use as an advertiser to make sure that your campaigns are set up for success and that you get the most amount of conversions possible. So just sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the video. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Gary, and for the past 4 years, I've been working with high-ticket e-com brands, helping them diversify their revenue away from inconsistent ad platforms like Facebook by YouTube ads, growing them to multiple seven-figure years. Now, these strategies and observations I'm about to share with you right now are not really well known by direct-to-consumer e-commerce brands. However, these are minimal requirements for us when optimizing for best performance when advertising on the platform, and now I'm going to share them with you. Bidding and budget go hand in hand because bidding is going to determine the budget we should be establishing for the campaign itself. Make this as a guiding rule. When using target CPA, set a daily budget for the campaign that is at least 15x the target cost per action and 10x the expected cost per acquisition when going for max conversion campaigns to accelerate campaign ramp up. Now, this is one of the most common questions new clients ask when introducing a new traffic channel to their marketing mix: how much the ad spend should be, or at least how much the starting budget should be. So just to refresh everybody here who is learning this for the first time, target CPA means that I'm telling Google I want these conversions for this much, and this is how much I'm basically willing to spend for that conversion. Now, target CPA is an abbreviation for target cost per action. So depending on your conversion goal, this action can be a lead who just opted in on your VSL funnel or a direct sale, for example. So let's say you want a new sale or a new customer at $5. You can actually set the target cost per action to $5, which in this case is going to be a direct sale. And from that, Google is telling us if you want a new customer at $5, you'll need to have a budget of at least 15x the target cost per action, which is in this case a direct sale. So if we do the math real quick, if you want a customer for $5, you need to have a budget of 15 times 5 per campaign, which is $75 per campaign. Now you can kind of see now that YouTube is a scaling platform, so you need to have a decent size of budget to be able to really maximize the platform's potential, and that's why you really cannot get away with $30 campaigns and just have like one campaign running. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be the most efficient and most profitable and advantageous strategy after all. And so on the flip side, if you're doing a max conversion campaign, you need to have a budget of 10x the expected cost per acquisition. So with the max conversion bidding, you're basically telling Google, hey, I want as many conversions as possible and give me the maximum amount that's possible from my budget. So let's just say, for the sake of this example, that your expected cost per acquisition is $5. Then for a max conversion campaign, you'll need to have a budget of at least 10 times $5 per campaign, which comes down to $50 per campaign. So again, if you want to have 5 campaigns to start out with, and trust me, you want, which I'll explain in a minute, you need at least 50 times 5, which is $250 a day, okay? And the reason why you need 5 or more campaigns when starting out is because the campaign structure is the following. Since the budget is set on the campaign level, we want to have as much control over the budget allocation as possible. Therefore, we're going to only put one ad group in one campaign. If we would be putting more ad groups in one campaign, that would mean that we would give the chance to Google to distribute the budget between the ad groups according to its own will. And we don't want that, okay? So just keep it up to one ad group per campaign and put multiple variations of the similar creatives in that one ad group. Now, this way, you'll be able to test out different hooks and angles of the same creative and different variations of that same creative so that you will have a clear idea of which ones resonate with the specific audience you're targeting in the campaign itself. And based on this concept, you want to have multiple campaigns targeting different audiences with different creatives so that you will know which ones resonate with which audiences. Now, this is not easy at all. So obviously just try to integrate your budget requirements with your own strategies. But trust me, if you don't follow these minimal requirements, you will not have optimal performance at all. Now, most people are afraid of allocating the budget and don't have the technical skills to make them yield the most. However, it's really important to understand how to get the most out of your budget. Now, if you want me and my team to review your ad strategies and build a custom plan for you, book your demo call using the link in the descriptions or the top comments and get your personalized quote today. Some direct-to-consumer brands try advertising on YouTube without getting any results, and eventually all that happens is that they give up. Now, this is what we recommend when starting out with YouTube in general. Start using max conversions, especially when you're just setting up your campaigns for the first time, and then switch to target CPA later on when you have more data on the account. And the reason why is because if you don't have any ads in your account, you don't have any data in your account, you don't have any conversions on your account, telling Google you want a new customer at $5 without any historical data is going to be really hard. Lots of brands come to us with issues like their campaigns are not spending, or they are not spending enough, or that there's not enough data being gathered, and they wonder why. Well, it's because they don't have the proper amount of budget set for the campaign. Now, if you're about to start with target CPA for the first time, to start spending, it would take a lot of time and ultimately it would just not be the best optimized campaign. So I would recommend starting out with max conversions, and that's also good news because that means that you can actually have a smaller budget, and it will also allow Google to play around with your budget more freely, as you'll not limit the target cost you want for a conversion. Now, bear in mind that Google works with a monthly window, meaning that some days the campaigns are going to spend more, maybe even twice as much, and other days it may spend less than the actual set daily budget of the campaign. Now, on the flip side of all this, if you have historical data on your account, if you have at least 40 to 50 conversions per campaign, then the best practice would be to switch to target CPA, as you'll have enough data on your account and you'll be able to effectively tell Google your desired cost you want for a specific conversion goal, which is in this case a direct sell. But all in all, use the bidding rule of 15x for target CPA and then 10x for max conversion campaigns as a guiding principle to really achieve effective overall scaling. Now, if you want to learn even more about YouTube ads, check out this video where I'll go through the step-by-step process on how to establish a video ad campaign, or YouTube ad campaign as many people would refer to it. Until then, take care.